Think less about yourself and more about the world. Nothing outside of you can enable you to be better, stronger, richer, faster, or smarter. Everything is inside. Everything exists. Do not seek anything outside yourself. It's hard to understand the universe if you only study one planet. Taste what the eye cannot see. Today is a victory over you from yesterday. Tomorrow will be your victory over the lesser ones. All human beings are equal except for their belief in themselves, regardless of what others think of them. One cannot understand the art one is studying if one is only looking for the end result without taking the time to delve deeply into the reason for the lesson. Perception is strong and sight is weak. In strategy, it is important to see things that are far away as if they were near and to take a distant view of things that are near. Determine that today you will outdo yourself from the day before. Tomorrow you will triumph over those of lesser skill, and then you will triumph over those of greater skill. With an open and unlimited spirit, look at things from a high point of view. Don't regret what you have done. Don't do anything useless. You may leave your own body, but you must guard your honor. Step by step, walk the road of 1,000 miles. Develop intuitive judgment and understanding for everything. Get acquainted with each art. Don't let yourself be guided by feelings of lust or love. I choose to live by choice, not by chance. Though you give up your life, don't give up your honor. Do not let the body be dragged along by the mind or dragged by the body. Beyond love and sorrow, exist for the good of man. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. If you know the way widely, you will see it in all things. What I call emptiness is where nothing exists. It is about things beyond human knowledge. Of course, the void does not exist. By knowing what is there, you can know what is not. That's emptiness.
If you are not advancing on the right path, a little twist in the mind can become a big turn. This should be well contemplated. What's important is to think that whatever you do should be an opportunity to slash. You should check this carefully. It is said that the warrior is the dual way of pen and sword, and he must experience both ways. If there is no discipline, how can there be a true realization of the ideal? The truth is not what you want. It is what it is, and you must submit to its power or live a lie.
Anyone can give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. But to put it together when others will understand if you fall apart, that is true strength. 1,000 days of lessons for discipline, 10,000 days of study to master. This Fudo-myo-o, whose name means King of Unshakable Wisdom, is symbolized by a sword to cut through our ignorance and a rope to bind our emotions. Of one thing know 10,000 things. In battle, if you make your opponent flinch, you have already won. You can only fight the way you train. If you don't control the enemy will control you. What matters in strategy is to suppress the useful actions of the enemy but spare his useless ones. The only reason a warrior lives is to fight, and the only reason a warrior fights is to win. To be an enemy, see yourself as an enemy of an enemy. Know your enemy, know his sword. When you decide to attack, stay calm and run quickly, preventing the enemy. Attack with the feeling of destroying the enemy continuously, from start to finish. When your opponent rushes, you should act otherwise and stay calm. You must not be influenced by the opponent. In strategy, it is important to see things that are far away as if they were near and to take a distant view of things that are near. In strategy, it is necessary to treat training as a normal part of life with unchanging vigor. Immature strategy is a cause for grief. Study years of strategy and attain the warrior spirit. The aim of today's training is to defeat yesterday's understanding. The path that leads to the truth is littered with the bodies of fools. You win battles by knowing the enemy's time and using the time the enemy doesn't expect. In time, all things work in your favor when you pursue them with an open heart. If you don't see things on a large scale, it will be difficult to master strategy. There are many ways to understand simple things, but generally the reverse is true for difficult ideas. When you attack the enemy, your spirit must go as far as pulling the pegs from the walls and using them as spears and axes. It is not good to repeat the same thing several times when fighting an enemy.